Hello everyone, welcome to Science and Tech series with Dr. Vivek. Topic for today's discussion is from health section. We'll be decoding what is mucormycosis, which is recently seen in news. It's an uncommon topic, but since it is in news, we need to cover it at least from prelims point of view. So let's decode the disease in news today, the mucormycosis. Now, the common name of this disease is also known as black fungus, and earlier it was known as zygomycosis. Now, all those students who are not from science background, for them it could be quite a difficult word to mug up, that I am saying mucormycosis and then I am saying zygomycosis. But the common name black fungus clearly highlights it has something to do with the fungi. Now, fungi we all know are the organisms which mainly act as saprophytes or as parasites. Now, this is what is the parasitic mode of their infection. They enter a host, which happens to be human beings, derive their nutrition, and in return they are detrimental to the overall health. Now, the key word which will help you in identifying that it is related to fungi is the myco, because in our biology lectures we had discussed that study of fungi is mycology. Whenever some scientific name appears which has myco in it, you can make an educated guess that it is something to do with the fungi. So make sure the keyword in the term is myco. And the mucor we all know refers to the molds, because fungi are characterized by spores, hyphae. These are some of the terms which are associated with them. Why I am emphasizing on the name and the nomenclature part? Because you have to cover entire GS and it's not possible to just mug up each and every scientific term. Make sure you break up the words and then try to decode what exactly is. Now, the causative agent, if you want to memorize, then if you have understood the word myco, then you could just highlight that it's the mucormycetes. This is the exact scientific name. Just like in tuberculosis, we cover Mycobacterium tuberculosis or Mycobacterium leprae in leprosy, or in HIV. This is the exact scientific name of the fungi. So, if an examiner wants to frame a difficult question, then he might say what mucormycetes is associated with. They will say lung infection, or they will say it can cause comorbidities or high fatality rate, serious fungal infection. Because this infection is an opportunist fungal infection, which whenever occurs in an individual, there is a high chances of mortality and morbidity. It is associated with almost 50% fatality rate, and mainly the persons who are immunocompromised, they are on some medications which have lowered their immunity. This fungi gets an opportunity to enter their body and affect their lungs or sinuses, and this is where the problem starts, because because fungi spores are inhaled by an individual and then they tend to localize into lungs or some air spaces, and there it starts multiplicating. If the immunity is lower, there are chances that it would result in some serious complications. Now, why are we covering suddenly this mucormycosis theme? Because we all know that currently we are going through a pandemic, and COVID-19 is creating a lot of problems for everyone, especially in the comorbidities age group. So this is where this problem comes into the picture. It has been seen that individuals who are taking some serious steroids, especially the persons who are immunocompromised or who have just has an episode of cytokine storm, they have lowered immunity. So in those cases, it is seen that these opportunist fungal infection cases are on rise. In Gangaram Hospital, in last 2 weeks, there have been at least 15 cases, and these are not just limited to Delhi. From Ahmedabad to Delhi, many cases are just coming up, and they are increasing the fatality rate by manifold. So this is associated theme which has now been clubbed with the COVID-19. Even though you are covering all the hits and bits of COVID-19, make sure you also add this fungal infection into it, because there could be an independent question that what mucormycosis is. So basically, this is a fungal infection which is increasing the fatality rate, because in a way it damages the lung system where it is centralizing, and it's not that the treatment is not available. It can be treated with antifungals or with the surgeries where it has localized, but nevertheless if individual has a weak immunity, then the chances of survival are rare. So this is what you need to cover on this small science theme in news today, the mucormycosis, and also go through the basic differences of how fungi is different from animals and from plant kingdom. In case you have attended our science lectures, they have already been dictated, so make sure you revise those basic things, because whenever some scientific organism is in news, you must make a point to just go through the NCRTs and the basic class notes which have been dictated. So if you have any specific doubts related to this complication, you are most welcome to ask in comment section. I will try to answer them. So thank you very much. Have a nice day.